Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at fredoniaradio.com.
Coming up, we'll have some local news, the weather, and international news. But first, for campus news. Writer and advocate Dr. Crystal Williams will deliver the virtual Spring Callingwood Distinguished Lecture for Diversity, Charting Your Path and Developing Your Talents in Service to Others, on April 7th. This important lecture will be hosted online for all students to attend, which you can find on the link on Fredonia's events website. Fredonia School of Music will host an online Harp Day, a free event on Monday, May 2nd, beginning at 10:30 a.m. for harpists of all ages and levels. This is an opportunity for harpists to learn more about their instruments from distinguished Fredonia faculty on campus. You won't want to miss it. All throughout the weekend, a number of student recitals will be hosted virtually for all to attend. Each recital brings new and exciting music for you to experience, so be sure to check out the Fredonia events page online to check out all of the recitals that you can attend.
Thank you, Matt. Today we have a wild extended game of trivia planned for you wonderful listeners, along with some fantastic segments such as Just the Facts and the Weekly Chat.
Let's start with our local news prepared by Topher Elkins and sports prepared by Josh Schmitt, along with weather updates prepared by Jules Hoepting. What's going on in the news, Topher?
Thanks, Jackson. In local news this week, the news story that's high on everyone's radar is New York State Senate has voted to legalize marijuana. The bill lets anyone 21 or older purchase marijuana in New York State and also regulates the marijuana industry, putting a 13% sales tax on pot sales. That tax revenue will go to education, community grants, and drug treatment. Some state Republicans are speaking out against the bill. Senate Minority Leader Rob Ortt says this is, quote, a deeply flawed piece of legislation that will hurt the health and safety of New Yorkers. State Senator Patrick Gallivan of Elma doesn't believe the bill addresses impaired driving and safety in the workplace, and says that the state is now sending a mixed message about smoking and drug use. Meanwhile, Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes has been pushing the bill. The Buffalo Democrat says it will, quote, create economic and research opportunities, jobs across the state, and a safe and reliable product, end quote. The legislation is now in the state assembly where it is expected to pass. Once it passes, the bill goes onto the governor's desk to be signed into law.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh Schmitt and you're listening to High Noon Friday on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. Opening day of the 2021 MLB season was yesterday, and it was quite the eventful one. The Detroit Tigers and Cleveland Indians found themselves in a flurry of a game when a snowstorm hit Detroit. Miguel Cabrera hit a home run in the game, but wasn't able to tell that it was a home run due to the snow. The Tigers went on to win 3-2. Elsewhere around the league, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees in extra innings in a low-scoring defensive affair with a final score of 3-2. In the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres finally snapped their 18-game losing streak with a 6-1 win over the Philadelphia Flyers on Wednesday night. The Flyers, however, seem to be slipping out of the playoff race in the East as they are 4-7-1 in their last 12 and are 3 points out of a playoff spot behind Boston, who has 3 games at hand on them. Out west, tempers have been flaring as 4 players in the last week have gotten either suspensions or fines for illegal checks on other players. You've been listening to your sports update on High Noon Friday on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your weather girl here, Jules Hoepting, with your 5-day weather forecast. So after a few days of roller coaster temperatures, the weather is calming down and becoming more stable. But because this is New York, I wouldn't get too used to it, but, enjoy it while you can. Today, sunny with a high near 38, north wind 14 to 16 miles per hour. Tonight, clear with a low around 28, west wind 5 to 7 miles per hour, becoming calm after midnight. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a high near 50, southwest wind 7 to 14 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, a chance of showers mainly before 2 a.m., predominantly cloudy with a low around 41. Sunday, as its namesake suggests, Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high near 53. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 37. Monday, mainly sunny with a high near 55. Monday night, predominantly cloudy with a low around 41. Tuesday, chance of showers, partially sunny with a high near 58. And that concludes your 5-day weather forecast. Let's bring it on back to your hosts.
Thanks, Topher, Josh, and Jules. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start, here's Just the Facts.
Welcome back to Just the Facts, where we talk about only the facts, just the facts, no opinions, straight facts. Today, we have myself, Hunter, we have Alex,
Hello.
and we have Chloe.
Hello.
And we have a little special episode for you today. Today, we're going to talk about ourselves. And Alex, I want you to start us.
Alrighty. So, my fact about me, is that one time, once upon a day, I won a video gaming tournament.
That's cool.
That is really cool. What'd you win?
I won an iPad.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
So pretty much what it was one of my favorite Minecraft servers was relaunching itself.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the thing about this server was it combined Minecraft with Pokemon. It called the Pixelmon mod, right? And as a relaunch, they were hosting 2 tournaments. They were hosting a Pokemon battle tournament and a building tournament. And anyone that knows me knows that I love to build in Minecraft. And I ended up winning the iPad Air from that tournament.
Man, what a nerd.
That's you.
They like engraved like my username and like the server name on the back of the iPad.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I got a free iPad.
Yeah.
The server closed like 4 months later, but I still got a free iPad.
It's because it
Yeah.
went broke paying you for the iPad.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, what kind of iPad was it? Like an old one?
He just
I just said iPad Air.
Oh,
Man, you really are tired, huh?
doing great.
Someone didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. last night.
It's an everyday occurrence. Let's go.
That's why.
Let's move on.
No, let's keep insulting you.
Chloe, what about your fact? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
No.
Then don't.
I'm just kidding, Hunter. Just
So
for you.
my fact.
No, now I'm going to talk about myself. So anyway, you guys, I met a Buffalo Bills player.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like Buffalo Bills football team.
Yes, the football team in Buffalo, New York.
Yes.
Yes.
Like the ones that play football.
Yes, exactly. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Which Bills player?
O.J. Simpson. All right. Let me give you some backstory. So I was 5. So I don't remember this happening. I just know that my dad told me about it. So, like, we were in the airport. I think we were going to Florida to visit family. And my dad was like, hey, that's O.J. Simpson over there. And I shook his hand.
I like how you decided to start that off with, I met a Buffalo Bill, not I met someone who got arrested for kidnapping
And armed robbery.
and armed robbery.
I mean, he was a Bills player, and that's pretty cool because,
Yeah.
you know, we're in Fredonia, which is kind of by Buffalo.
Are we?
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, I would know that. I'm from Buffalo. That's my fact. Anyway, that's what I was leading to, is that I'm
Her
from
fact
Buffalo.
is just from Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah.
My fact
Your fact.
for the week. I can do impressions.
Oh, really?
It's just a few, you know.
Would you like to demonstrate?
Give me a character.
Well, you got to tell us what impressions you can do.
O.J. Simpson.
Can you do an O.J. Simpson impression? I'll let you know if it's right.
Sorry, I don't know what he sounds like.
Oh. Want to know what I think? Want to know what I think about Hunter's fact? That was just an opinion.
Exactly.
False.
You did. Do Kermit
No.
then.
We're on just the facts.
What can you do?
do
Tell us
Kermit,
about
then.
what you can
Kermit the
do. Do
Frog.
Kermit.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here.
My name's Kermit the Frog, and I'm here for my Kermit the Frog t-shirt.
Say it.
is Kermit the Frog, and I'm here for my Kermit the Frog t-shirt.
It sounds so good in the mic.
Little do we know, we actually had the Muppets guest star today.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Kermit's here in the station, by
He
the way.
is.
He's sitting next to me right now.
It turns out Kermit is a 6'3" skinny man with a teal blue sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And a backwards cap on.
Kermit actually kind of looks like a frat boy. If you didn't know. Anyway,
Another-
what else can you do?
Oh, you know, Joe Swanson? Well, not to brag or anything, but I can kind of get it.
Kinda get it.
All right, even with impressions, I have a little bit of voice crack.
You tried.
I did try. Well, that was just a fact. Wait. Should I
What?
outro in Kermit?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me contain myself.
Well, that was just the facts with Hunter, Alex, and Chloe. We'll see you next week at the same time on High Noon Friday. And we will see you later.
Another great segment from the Just the Facts crew. Next up is the weekly chat with Spencer Eisenhauer.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Chat. My name is Spencer Eisenhauer, and today we're going to be focusing on how the sun and the moon affect the Earth's tides. Now, the tidal forces on Earth are pretty interesting. You heard a high tide and low tide, and most people think that means the water is rising and falling, which technically you're right. But I recently watched a video that really blew my mind. Like, I had no idea that this actually happened. The Earth is rotating on its axis at approximately 23.5 degrees, which gives us the seasons. When the Earth is rotating, the tides are changing on top of the Earth. Now, to begin with, the sun and the moon have a major effect on the Earth's tides. The moon has more of an effect on the Earth because it's closer, but since the sun is way more massive, it also has a slight effect on it. But think about it. It's 93 million miles away, so it has a 46% less effect than the moon does on the Earth. Now, to talk a little more about tides, here's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Tides are widely misunderstood.
Okay.
All right. I will say the next thing I say may be mind-blowing to you.
Okay.
Okay. The tide doesn't actually come in and out. What? What happens is there is a bulge of water, two of them on opposite sides of the Earth, caused by the sun and the moon, and Earth turns inside that bulge.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say the water rises and falls tidally, what's happening is we are rotating into the bulge and then out of the bulge.
So the bulge is already there.
It's already there.
And all we kind of do is pass through the bulge.
Pass through, and the water gets high and it gets low.
What that basically means is that when you have a full moon, you have the sun and the Earth in between the moon and the sun. So the sun is on the opposite side of the Earth, illuminating the night sky because of the reflection of the sun. Now, since those two forces from the sun and the moon are pulling on the Earth at the same time, they're kind of stretching it into these things called tidal bulges. Now, what tidal bulges are is like I said before, stretching of water on the Earth. And the Earth is spinning underneath those tidal bulges. So based on where you are on the Earth and where the moon is relative to the sun, it can create high and low tides. These are called spring tides. Now, spring tides have higher high tides and lower low tides. The other kind of tides are called neap tides, N-E-A-P. Now, what this means is that there are lower high tides and higher low tides. So basically, the moon is at 3/4 moon, so it's 90 degrees from the sun. And since the gravitational force of the moon and the sun are competing in a way, it makes those tidal bulges more evenly distributed. So the tides aren't that high. Now, spring tides and neap tides happen twice a month, and there's also these things called diurnal, semi-diurnal, and mixed tides. Diurnal tides are when you have one high tide and one low tide per day, every 24 hours. A semi-diurnal tide is when you have two high tides and two low tides per day. Special. And a mixed tide is when you have kind of in between. It's like having one high tide, one mid-high tide, one low tide, one low tide, and one mid-low tide. So there's a lot of moving parts in the mixed tides, and that happens twice a month, as do spring and neap tides. Now, usually when this happens, and I thought that this was pretty interesting as well, the friction of the water caused by the rotating Earth is actually slowing down the rotation of the Earth. So the Earth is rotating faster than the moon. The moon rotates the Earth every 28 days, or about a month. So it makes sense because you could think about it as the moon is pulling on that water because the Earth is spinning faster, and there's water on the Earth, so it's moving at roughly the same speed, and that gravity from the moon is pulling that water back, causing friction to therefore slow down the rotation of the Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for listening to the Weekly Chat. Stay tuned next week for another episode. You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, and 89.5 WDVL, the Inferno, right here on High Noon Friday. And until next time, I'll talk to you then.
Thanks for the segment. Now let's bring it back to Topher with the international news.
And in the national news this week, on Wednesday, March 31st, Pfizer announced that its COVID-19 vaccine is safe and 100% effective in preventing illness in teenagers ages 12 to 15. It's already cleared for emergency use for people ages 16 and up. The company plans to request emergency use for authorization for the new age group in the coming weeks. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla said, quote, "We share the urgency to expand the authorization of our vaccine to use in younger populations and are encouraged by the clinical trial data from adolescents between the ages of 12 and 15, end quote. About half of the 2,200 young teenagers that were enrolled in the Pfizer vaccine trial in the United States received the real shots, while the others got placebo shots. Pfizer says 18 cases of COVID-19 were reported among the teenagers who received the placebo, compared with none in those who got the real vaccine. The side effects generally mirrored those in adults, such as a sore arm, fatigue, and headache. Pfizer has said they look forward to seeing the full data from the trial since, quote, "there may be subtle differences that we really have to keep an eye on for children," end quote. Pfizer is also studying how well the vaccine works in children ages 6 months to 11-year-old after the first doses in the trial were administered last week.
Thanks for the updates, Jackson. Finally, we have something special for you all that are listening. It's time for Trivia Slightly After 12. On this segment, we test the minds of students here on Fredonia's campus for the chance to win glorious prizes. This week, we have some wonderful contestants ready to win big by answering some questions. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Olivia Rokaz. I am the chief archives of the archives room.
Take your time.
You're doing your radio system. I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
I told you to eat before.
I'm confused and hungry. Yes.
Hi, I'm Casio Fonseca. I'm a news assistant for Jackson DiCarlo, and I'm back to try to take the throne.
We certainly
Nice.
love the try.
You have definitely met these two before from the first segment we did, which was also a duel. They always come back and try to duel for the win.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one to yell out their name after the question is read will be able to take a shot at answering some questions. Each question will be worth a point, and at the end of the game, the person with the most amount of points will be declared the winner. This week's category is the most expensive. So let's just get into it, shall we?
The most expensive.
Most expensive. It's the most expensive
You couldn't
thing.
title it like the most expensive things.
No, because like I'm trying to do like a Jeopardy categories type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but
it's
they
like
don't say
it encapsulates what is going to be there. But I don't like the word things also because it makes it too long. You know.
No.
All right, here we go. The first question. The Ashira is the most expensive cat breed in the world, with a price point starting at what for a single kitten? Is it A, $25,000, B, $50,000, C, $75,000, or D, $125,000? This is for a single kitten, mind you.
I'm buzzing in.
Buzz, buzz, buzz. What do you think it is?
If only we had a
Olivia?
way to buzz in.
Oh yeah. How do you buzz in? We read it in the rules.
You said to do the names, so that's what I did. But I was just gonna make a buzzing, like
You
a.
didn't say your
little-
name. Though.
Say.
I did. I guess.
Follow the rules. What is it? What is the buzzing thing? No.
Whoever says their name first gets to answer the question.
Says their name first.
I said Olivia.
Olivia. Okay. Finally. I don't know why I couldn't hear you before. What do you think the answer is?
I want to go with a clean $75,000.
It is not $75,000. That is incorrect.
Wrong.
You wrote.
Casio.
Casio.
D.
It is D. $125,000 for a single kitten. It is very expensive. Fun fact about this is this breed is also known as the world's most exotic domestic cat, being bred from a mixture of many different Asian leopard cats. It's really cool. It actually
Not just
those.
any leopard.
Those are like the big. Those are like big. They're like they literally look like I don't know, like the savannah cats or whatever. I forgot what they're called. Whatever.
It literally just looks like a very tiny leopard. And it's very
like
cool.
a leopard.
Like a
No,
spotted
it literally
leopard.
looks like-
Oh yeah. I mean, it also just looks like a cat to me. So.
It just no, it's like a giant cat. Like it's bigger than a
Look at that cat. Look at. You're telling me that
Oh
does
yeah, it's
not
about.
look.
I mean, it's about the size of like a small dog.
I
They're
mean,
just
yeah,
standing next
but
to a woman. It's about knee height.
that is very cool. Come on. Wow. That is a cool cat.
I feel like I'd just get a cat though.
Literally, that would kill me. Like I don't. Like,
I don't know. I could beat it in a fight. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Question number 2. The Hot Wheels car, known as the pink rear-loading Volkswagen Beach Bomb, was sold at auction for $72,000 by an avid collector for what reason? It was a miscolor of the original version of the car, which was supposed to be purple, but was sprayed with the pink color when the machine ran out of paint. Very long explanation, that one. B. It was a limited edition pressing of a 1970 summer car lineup that Hot Wheels ran. C. It was a prototype that wasn't put into production because of its narrow design. Or D. It was one of 500 to be given away during a 1970 mail-in giveaway.
Olivia.
I want to say either the misprint or the color. The color one.
We'll pick one then.
The color one.
The color one is wrong.
Wrong.
Well.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Cost Jets of Steel.
Could you read me the other answers?
Limited edition of a
Please,
1970 summer car lineup. Prototype that wasn't put in production because of its narrow design. Or it was one of 500 in a 1970 mail giveaway.
I'm gonna say it was a prototype.
It was a prototype.
It was a prototype.
Look at you. There it is.
Who made these questions?
There.
Matt wrote
look at
all
how
of them.
pretty that color
I didn't write
Terrible.
any of these questions. I had absolutely nothing to do with this aside from editing the poor grammar.
is. This one I have no excuse for poor grammar either because I wrote it in like the day. So.
I went through and I was like, fix.
Read that fun fact.
Oh, part of the experience of buying these shoes. Nope.
No.
I scrolled down already. Next
Whoa,
one's about
whoa.
shoes. Spoiler alert. Anyway, this one, the car. The collector that purchased this car he has the world's largest Hot Wheels collection with over 6,000 unique Hot Wheels cars to his showcase.
I'm sure he does.
And he has private showings of each of them. It's really weird.
I can make
that's Hot
several
Wheels.
jokes right now.
That's Hot Wheels. And now is the question about the shoes.
About shoes.
The most expensive shoes in the world, thanks for highlighting that, Jackson, are...
Because I'm doing Google searches.
The most expensive shoes in the world are a pair of high heels known as the Moonstar shoes, made by Antonio Vetri. What was the unique trait about them that made them so expensive? Is it A, they were the first pair of high-heeled shoes to be sent to space? B, they are plated in strictly platinum to resemble the first moon landing? C, they used part of a 1576 meteorite to craft the shoes? Or D, the combination of gems used on its design were said to make it, quote, shine as bright as the moon?
How much are they again?
Does
it say?
I didn't write that down. 20 million.
Imagine doing research
Casio.
and running your questions. Yes, Casio.
Do they have a piece of meteorite?
Yes,
That's
they
correct.
do.
Wow.
Casio's on
Holy
fire,
crap.
dude.
Yeah, Cass is on fire. They have a piece of meteorite in those shoes. Look at how kind of gross they are, but that's fine. They have meteorite. I don't even think you can see the meteorite either. But there is meteorite somewhere in the shoes. Fun fact, a part of the experience of buying the shoes is also that they were delivered by a private helicopter. So that was also a part of the purchase that made it expensive.
All right,
They're very, to be honest with you, they're very ugly shoes. I don't know why.
They're pretty gaudy. Let's just
I
cut.
forgot.
Let's just cut the recording real quick. Casio, you are doing a bit too well. If it would, if you could like stop, I'd appreciate it because 3 in a row.
We'll give
that
Casio
maneuver has not been done since my run, and
we'll give Casio the illustrious slow your roll point.
So this is like the angry cloud in Mario Kart. So if you're doing too well, it's gonna zap you. Just I'm gonna draw the angry cloud on your little scorecard.
The angry cloud point.
Just keep that in mind going forward. That if you proceed at this rate, then there may be consequences. And we're back. All right, question 4. Sorry about that. There's a bit of technical difficulty. Let's see. Question 4. Yes. Salvator Mundi by Leonardo da Vinci is the most expensive painting ever clocked in an auction, selling for how much in 2017? Is it A, 250 million, B, 450 million, C, 750 million, or D, $1 billion? That's Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
Yes, no.
Thank you.
What were can you read them again?
250
you have to say
million.
it in that accent.
Fine. Okay. 250 million.
Thank you. Now I understand.
450 million dollars. 750 million dollars, or $1 billion.
Jackson, just for that, you get the Austin Powers point.
That's a Dr. Evil point, but okay.
Oh, Dr. Evil point, fine.
Olivia.
Yeah.
Olivia.
I just have a good feeling. I don't think it's $1 billion. Say the second one.
450 million?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Ding 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 ding. There you go.
You're on the board now.
Read that fun fact. It's pretty quirky.
There is major controversy over this painting, as many art historians are looking into its origins. The auction house that sold the painting credited Da Vinci for his work, but other historians are arguing that he actually only contributed to portions of the painting, and I've never seen it before in my entire life. So here it is.
I was gonna say send a picture.
I was like,
there it is.
What?
He looks faded. He looks like he's not doing so well.
It looks like if you
looks
tried to
like
hire a Jesus impersonator, but like he was running late and he stopped by like Blockbuster to pick up his copy of, I don't know, Ninja Bread Man for the Wii, but he forgot it, so that's why there's this black void.
No, it looks like he's gonna threaten.
He's like, it looks like he's sick and tired of his
Fingers
job.
crossed I got that role in the new Mel Gibson movie.
Alright, number 5. Bing, 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 bing. The most expensive yacht in the world, sold for a staggering $4.8 billion, and is made from many expensive materials, such as platinum, diamond, gold, and even an authentic dinosaur bone. What is the name of that yacht? Is it A, the History Supreme, B, Halley's Comet, C, Ultimate Expedition, or D, Monty Python's Holy Grail? They're thinking.
Just found an article about it called Yacht or Not.
They're thinking.
What was the third choice?
Ultimate Expedition.
No.
They're thinking, man. They're putting their Google typing.
No. Who do you think I am?
A cheater.
Olivia. I'm not a cheater.
That's who you think you are? You think you're Olivia?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
No.
All right. Well,
because
someone
I
better.
know-
You don't think you're Olivia?
I'm buzzing it. I'm buzzing in.
Buzz in. What do
because-
you think it is?
I know my Long Island. I do not own a yacht, nor do I know anyone who owns a yacht.
What the hell are you going on about? What's the answer?
What is this? What is the answer?
I've seen in all the yachts I've seen.
Great.
I think the answer
I own 3.
would be History Supreme.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give you the really sketchy Google search point for that one. I'm just gonna because I don't know. That seems really sketch, but that is the correct answer.
Because the rest of them just didn't sound like yacht names, and I don't own a yacht, but it just sounds like a yacht name to me. I don't know.
It sounded really guilty that you were just trying to justify your answer.
Okay.
There it is.
You had just told us that you believe you were cheating. Whatever.
All right. Well, anyway, here it is. Though it boasts an extremely high price point, don't expect anything big, as it's only 100 feet long, which is tiny compared to other yachts around this price, reaching almost 700 to 800 feet in length.
Mine's 800 first.
That thing is very small for $4.8 billion.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I don't think
pretty
it's
rough.
a great purchase.
All right, before we get into question number 6, here are the current the standings. We have Olivia with 2 points and a Google suspicious point, and Casio with 3 points.
Hi.
And no other points. So it's time for question 6.
Don't you think Casio has like a suspiciously high?
What are you talking about?
He had
What?
a suspiciously high like.
I wonder. Question 6, Jackson.
Question 6. The most expensive car that was ever sold at auction was sold for a hefty price of $70 million. What car manufacturer was that car made by? What car manufacturer was the one that made the car? That's what you wrote?
What was the car manufacturer that made the expensive car?
It's worded so weird.
Well, that's funny because I wasn't the one that proofread this and checked it off.
I don't know. I figured,
No.
yeah, this is written like an
I
adult.
don't know. Wow, that's curious. That's funny, huh, Jack?
What car manufacturer made the car?
There you go.
I don't know. I don't need this. I don't need any of those 4. What car
Then
manufacturer
delete
made the
it
car?
from the script.
Is
Jackson.
it A,
I don't know what to tell you.
Bugatti, B, Lamborghini, C, Aston Martin, or D, Ferrari?
All right.
I don't know
They're
cars.
thinking really hard again.
They're all up there.
What was
Casio,
that?
If you're looking it up, I'm gonna feel really bad about myself.
No.
Does anyone want to take
I
a
don't
guess?
know a lot about cars, but I have friends who do know about cars.
Are you taking a shot at it? Are you saying you want to guess?
I'll take a guess.
Okay. What do you think it's gonna be?
I'll say Aston Martin.
It is not
Oh.
Aston Martin. That is incorrect. Olivia with a chance to steal.
Can you read them again?
Oh, Bugatti, Lamborghini, or Ferrari?
Is it Ferrari?
Yes.
It's Ferrari.
Here it is.
Really?
It looks kind of like Johnny Silverhand's car.
There it is.
Or Mr. Bean's
Oh,
car.
it does,
Not Mr. Bean's,
too.
Johnny English's car. That's what I'm thinking of from.
There you go.
Have you seen those movies, Johnny English, Robin Atkinson?
I have not.
It's
Whoa.
really
No,
good.
yeah.
I highly recommend it. Matt has
Oh,
even
it
seen the
looks
Mr.
like,
Bean movies.
I know. We don't have to get on that though.
That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, I know.
All right, before the next question, let me just do a sound check here real quick. Okay, Olivia. So
Hello.
you are
hello.
doing kind
I
of well
hate-
right now. You got 3 questions right in a row. So we're gonna need to tell you to take a step back and
I
potentially.
didn't get 3 right in a row.
Wait.
You did. So I'm gonna have to
I have
tell
a
you to
question.
like maybe stop doing that.
Yeah.
You might
Olivia,
threaten
can
my,
you just look above you for a second and tell me what you see?
The ceiling?
No, that is an angry cloud right above you. That's really weird.
Yeah, so I have to tell you to calm down a bit because we can't have you doing so well. We gotta have a lot writing on this, so just keep that in mind going forward. Right, and we're back.
We're back.
The sound levels are fine now. They should be great. Sorry for the
Jackson,
cutting,
what's that wacky fun fact right below that?
Oh yes, excuse me. That the 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, which is the car that we were just talking about, it clocks in at a max speed. You wrote clocks in. How many times you write clocks in on this?
I think it's it's a quirky way of saying it. I like that wording.
You wrote clock in 3 times.
It's oh, no, we'll block that out. All right, we'll block that out. Just give me just give me a clock point. I don't know what to tell you, Jackson.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Sirius XM is gonna cut us from our show.
Okay, hang on. Matt gets a clock point. And a censorship.
No.
Gets an expletive point.
Yeah, it only goes 174 miles an hour, which is actually not that impressive when paired with other supercars.
It goes from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, though.
That's right.
And so does
I'll
Matt
make sure to,
when he's called out on his sport
I'll
choice.
make sure to not use any more foul language. Excuse me.
Question 7, Matt.
Next
Whenever you're ready.
question. The world's most expensive chess set, the Jewel Royale, is meticulously designed in a swirl pattern, covered in a coat of black pearls, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, sapphires, and platinum. This chess set goes for how much? Is it $500,000, $1.5 million, $4.7 million, or $9.8 million?
This is a chess.
It's a chess set,
correct?
yes. To play chess, the game chess.
I'm not sure if you've heard of it before. It's kind of like
Yeah.
checkers, but it's a bit
I
more
know
advanced.
what it is.
So the pawn can only go forward 1. And can only
Unless
attack
it's its
everyone.
first move, it can go forward 2.
It can go forward 2.
I'm gonna answer Olivia.
You okay?
Oh, Olivia. Okay, cool.
Sure.
I'm gonna say I don't know any chess players. I'm giving you background here, and I'm also not covering up for looking up on Google because I didn't.
You're really digging yourself in a hole.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Here, we'll just give you a shovel. How about that?
I have a guess, but I'm gonna keep talking until I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, Google's taking a
I'm just
long
gonna say
time to load right
1.4
now.
because I don't see chess going for that much money.
What did you say your answer was?
1.4.
Okay, that's not an option on the
That's
board.
none
but
of
it's
the any of the
wrong.
options that are on.
Didn't you say the second one? Whichever one was
1.5.
$1.5 million?
1.5. Sorry. same
Well,
thing.
that's incorrect as well.
Well, then yeah, I did not look it up.
If
Cost,
you did, you would have at
deal.
least guessed
Please
the
don't
wrong
make us
answer.
upset.
Yeah.
Could I have the dollar amounts for the other 3 answers one more time?
$500,000, $4.7 million, or $9.8 million.
All right, shot in the dark. Most expensive, 9.8.
That's correct. It's a very expensive chess set because it's got a lot of
Okay,
stuff on
Google.
it. There is the design of it. It's very shiny and made with a lot of cool stuff.
Like the
Fun
guy in
fact
Moana.
about this. Fun fact about
Wow.
the game of chess. Chess has recently seen a spike in popularity due to the show The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, though it typically only leads to people buying chess sets and not touching them like me. I did buy a chess set because of that show, and it is currently sitting
To really buy a
at
chess set.
home
Because of the show?
because of the show. It was one of those $5 chess sets, so
Oh.
it wasn't too expensive. So it's fine.
Do we not have a chess set in the station?
We don't have, which is really
How
a
many
bummer.
of us do you see playing chess on the daily, though?
Seeing as you've never heard of it before,
Well-
probably not many.
Yeah.
What did I say? I never said I've never heard of it.
Question number 8.
Whatever.
The most expensive record ever sold was Wu-Tang Clan's Once Upon a Time in Shaolin?
Shaolin, yeah.
Shaolin, okay. Which was sold for $2.8 million for a good reason. For a good reason?
This one is actually kind of a good reason.
Why is it so expensive? Is it A, The vinyl is made in a way that is so delicate that if anyone tries to open the vinyl, it will shatter, destroying the signed copy. B. The record is locked in a heavy-duty lockbox, in which the owner of the vinyl can call a number found on the lockbox in 2070 to get the code to unlock it. No one knows what's inside the box besides the record, and the one who holds the box... Wait, no one knows what's in it besides the record, and the one who holds the box in that year will be the first to know what else is inside it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Matt. Very cool.
You're welcome. Pretty long one.
C. There is only one copy of the record, and it holds some unreleased tracks that no one has heard except for the current owner and the engineer that mastered it. Or D. There was one copy that had a secret track that was them talking about their lives as musicians and talked directly to the listener about how toxic the music industry is. And that copy, sold at auction, held the track. The copy sold at auction held the track? What?
Yeah, there was multiple copies. This question implies that there was multiple copies, and only one of them held that secret track.
I'm so confused.
So the options are it's very fragile, and if you open it, it'll destroy. B is that it's in a lockbox that you can only open in 2070. C is that it has unheard tracks that only the owner and the engineer have heard. Or D, it talks directly to the listener about the music industry and is the only record that has that on it.
I'm gonna buzz in.
Then do it. You know how to buzz in.
Do it.
Olivia.
Sure.
Olivia!
I don't think it's true, but it'd just be so funny if it was true that you can't open it until 2070.
That is
false.
Incorrect.
False.
It would have been really funny. Though.
That's right. I wrote a paragraph as an
Copy.
answer. Oh gosh, what is it?
I'm gonna say that it has a secret track on it, and it's the only one.
It is not that one either. Oh no.
What do we have left?
We have the vinyls made in a way.
Was that C or D?
No, it's A or C. Is the vinyl made in a way that's so delicate that it will shatter if you try to open it? Or C, that there's only one copy of the record and it holds some unreleased tracks that no one's heard of?
Buzzing.
Man, I'm gonna take you over to the corner real quick right here.
Okay, yeah.
Both
yeah, Jackson.
C and D are about one record having secret tracks on it.
Yeah, well, Jackson, D was incorrect. And what I was implying there is that there was multiple copies that were sold, but only one of the copies held that track.
He might have tried to say C.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which one.
No, I was trying to go for D. He was correct.
Yeah, see, Jackson.
Okay, so
thank you over there.
We'll be back in a second. Okay.
Jackson, see, I told you, I know what I'm talking about. Right?
Okay, I'm just saying that maybe next time write more distinct answers so then we don't have this confusion.
Okay, yeah, I will be sure to do that. Okay. They're waiting for us over there.
So they know but it's either A or C.
It is either A or.
I'm gonna say it's C.
We're not. Hang on.
You're not over there yet.
We're still talking.
Okay, can we go over that?
Right.
Okay. What do we do? Do we just proceed? Like,
Right,
I feel like it's pretty clear now.
Yeah, I think I honestly think. So can we tell them that C's correct though?
How about we just walk over and say C is correct without telling them that
Okay,
we got any points? We just brush past it, and then we just don't give anyone any points.
All right. So question 9.
Oh, we forgot to read the fun fact of that question.
Oh, the fun fact.
The answer
Okay.
was C, so you were correct in saying that it was
you're correct
C
with that.
person. Here's the fun fact. The record also had a contract that you had to sign when you got it that said you promised you wouldn't sell it, but it also said this, quote, "The buying party also agrees that at any time during the stipulated 88-year period, the seller may legally plan and attempt to execute one heist or caper to steal back Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, which, if successful, would return all ownership rights to the seller. Said heist or caper can only be undertaken by currently active Wu-Tang Clan members or actor Bill Murray, with no repercussions."
That is in the contract.
The Wu-Tang Clan and or actor Bill Murray are gonna try to steal the record back.
Like a performed heist.
Yes.
Like a heist, and it's like no legal repercussions.
So well done on getting that question right. We're gonna go to
Yes.
question 9 now.
Question 9. The most expensive Funko Pop currently
Oh,
on the
God.
market
I hate.
is a Clockwork Orange Funko Pop of the main character Alex, which is currently going for $13,300. What makes this Funko Pop so special? Is it A, they made 2 versions of the same Chase Funko Pop, one with a cane that got mass produced and one without the cane that had 12 ever made, and this one didn't have a cane? Is it B, this Funko Pop was signed by the actor that played Alex in the original movie? Was it C, this was a misprint, misspelling the main character's name to spell Elax instead of Alex? Or D, the Funko Pop was pulled from shelves after many people complained about them selling a product about a movie with controversial topics?
Wait, what was the last one?
D, it was pulled from shelves after people complained since it was from a movie with controversial topics.
I'm gonna buzz in Olivia.
Oh, Olivia.
I'm gonna say the last one because that movie was very controversial.
Yeah, it was very bad, but that's incorrect. That is
wrong.
Alright.
Wrong.
You're right, but you're wrong.
No, you weren't right.
Well,
Just
you said
wrong.
my opinion was right. Shush.
Your opinion was right. It had some very heavy stuff in that.
What is that?
Yeah.
Isn't that Kubrick?
Yeah, it was.
Oh wait, what did you say? I didn't even hear what you said.
Stanley Kubrick, did he direct?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm a
Gosh.
film major, I should know. Yeah, it is Kubrick.
Gus.
I'm gonna say I think it was C, that it was like a misprint or something.
It was not C. That is incorrect. It is not a misprint. So you two have a chance to answer again.
So
it's either that it's a Funko Pop that just doesn't have a cane as opposed to the original one that does have a cane, or it's the Funko Pop that was signed by the main actor that was in the original movie.
That you didn't care to name.
I didn't name. I know. The main character's name.
I'm gonna buzz in.
Olivia.
Buzz in. Also, his name is Malcolm McDowell, if you care.
Nah, that's a weird signature to get. I'm gonna say it was the cane.
That's correct. There was 2 versions of the Funko Pop made, one with a cane that got mass produced, and for some reason they decided to make one without a cane that has 12 ever made. The fun fact is that the 2 don't look any different except for a tiny cane. That's it.
I know, I was just picturing a tiny cane. Wait,
It's
do you have a picture
literally
of it?
it, and it's really stupid that it
No.
made it $13,000 because of that.
Let me see if I
and
can,
I hate that fact.
Whip it out. Ooh, GrooveWallet.com has an article about it. Thanks.
Great.
Here's
It's
a
very
picture of
dumb.
him with a cane.
Send that one.
There he is.
That one has a cane, and instead of him holding that cane like that, his arms are just extended like they're down to his side, and that's it. And it's very dumb, and I hate
love
it.
Funko Pops. Question next one. 11. The most
10.
expensive... Nope. 10. The most expensive pair of headphones goes by the name Focal Utopia. It is made by Tornair.
Yes.
And goes for how much? $60,000. $120,000. $180,000. Or $240,000. Really just went up by the 60,000 each
Like
time there.
60,000. Yeah, god dang right. Gosh dang right.
I'm speechless, I don't know.
60K, 120K, 180K, or 240K.
We gotta hurry
Casio.
this. Casio, what is it?
120.
120 is correct.
Look at
That's
that.
the correct number.
Crazy.
We gotta hurry this segment up because we've been going for a little bit.
Okay.
Uh,
Fact about the thing. This pair of headphones has diamonds placed in the center of each ear cup, and it's covered by gold and gems. Even though they're expensive, they look pretty ugly according to Matt. I think
they,
look
Say
fresh.
sounds kind of ugly.
Nah, they're pretty ugly.
Oh yeah,
I don't like.
it actually. I like black and gold, but that looks pretty whack.
Yeah, those look really nasty.
That's like
All right,
a
here
90s.
I'm just gonna.
We've got 2 more questions, folks.
Two more
The current
questions, we gotta hurry up.
standings Are Olivia with 4 points, a Google Sus point, and no other points, and Casio with 5 points and no other points.
And Jackson has.
I have a Dr. Evil point.
Dr. Evil
Matt
point.
has a clock point and a obscenity point.
And a censorship point. So here we go. Number 11. The most expensive diamond ring sold for $71.2 million by a private buyer. How large was the diamond that was in the center of the ring? Was it A, 38 carats, B, 59 carats, C, 72 carats, or D, 80 carats?
Casio.
Casio!
72.
It was not 72 carats. Olivia, a chance to see.
This is a ring.
It's ring with a large diamond.
With carrots. With the
Carrots
carrots with a K.
No,
What were
with
they
a C.
again?
38, 59, or 80 carats.
38.
Not 38. You can both answer again if you want to.
These carrots are spelled with a C.
Casio.
Casio.
80.
No! You're wrong.
So loud.
All right. The answer was B, 59 carats.
59.
Fun fact about that diamond, it's about the size of a grape, to put it in perspective. I don't know why I went southern there, but it's about the size of a grape.
Now, Olivia, you are a music major, correct? What instrument do you play?
Also let you know that
why
she
you
is a
asking?
strings major as well. So this
What music
one-
do you?
No,
What instrument do you play?
Are you gonna ask me the most expensive violin? I play violin viola. Don't.
How
All right,
apt!
so-
The most
Jackson.
expensive
Jackson.
violin in the world was sold at auction for $20 million and now sits in the Ashmolean Museum of Oxford. What was the name of this notorious violin? Was it A, Lady Blunt, B,
Utem.
Utem Gunari, C, Messiah Stradivarius, or D, Lord Wilton?
Olivia.
Olivia.
What's the Stradivarius?
What
That's
makes you say that?
correct. It
That'd be
is
embarrassing if I didn't get that.
string
What makes you
nerd,
say
you.
Stradivarius?
They're the most expensive.
It-
They're like the best violins.
Yeah, so what happens is the reason why they're the most expensive violin is
That's
because they're
amazing.
made by a guy named Stradivari, who is widely regarded to be the best violin maker in the world. And it was made during the golden period of this time and has remained in perfect condition and sounds. People say that it sounds to be the best violin sounding. The best sounding violin in the world. There. And
There you go.
it's.
So in a shocking turn of events, we have a dead tie. at the current moment.
Oh my.
Okay, let's cut the recording real quick, 1 second. All right,
Okay.
You guys are doing a bit too well, both of you.
All right.
So we're gonna need you to take a dive on this last question because if one of you gets it right, then
Yeah.
my title is in jeopardy. So
Can you guys stand next to each other for a second? Just like stand next to each other.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, so we have a bigger angry cloud is over both of you
There's
right
a
now because we
big-
couldn't afford
the
it.
two
the budget for
clouds
you to
have joined forces. And now it's
Yeah,
a
so they're
big
there.
angry.
You guys have to stand.
Like this cloud is like really rattled. Like he is
Yeah.
not having a good time, and he is willing to let you like know.
And
he's
yeah.
angry.
So
He's
just
pretty
keep that in mind when
Yeah.
answering this next question.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
All right, that should be it, folks. This is it. It's 5-5.
This. Okay.
Tiebreaker question.
Tiebreaker question right
Take
here,
it away,
guys.
Matt. Take it away.
All right. The most expensive Cheeto ever sold was shaped in a weird way, which was put on auction and instantly caused a bidding war, causing the price of the Cheeto to reach close to $100,000. What was the Cheeto shaped like? Was it shaped like the Statue of Liberty? Was it shaped like a cross? Was it shaped like, well, actually it wasn't a shape. It was just one big fat Cheeto that fit inside the entire bag. Or was it shaped like Harambe.
Not just a gorilla, but Harambe.
No, Harambe. Who wants to take a shot at it?
This is for all the marbles.
Uh,
If you get this right, you win.
Okay, guys?
If this is the internet that I know,
Kaz, take a guess.
Was it a
I
Cheeto
want you to
shaped
take
like
a guess,
Harambe?
Kaz. It's Harambe! Yes!
Oh my god!
It's shaped like Harambe. This is close to when the horrific accident actually happened. And fun fact, in the listing, the owner of the Cheeto made sure to let you know that the bag was not included, folks. It was not included in the package.
We truly are in the darkest timeline.
We will give you the extra Harambe point for that one.
Extra Harambe point.
and it looked like Harambe. It didn't look like any other gorilla.
No, it didn't. It was
specifically
specifically
looked
Harambe.
All right.
All right. Jackson, read off the standings for me one more time.
Sure, I'm just drawing a big fat gorilla and Kassia's scorecard. Oh, he's angry. Oh, he's mad. So, the final standings. We have Olivia with 5 points and a suspicious Google point. Kassia with 6 points and a Harambe point. The two of them have no points between them that they share, because that would be strange. I have a Dr. Evil point, and Matt has a clock point as well as a obscenity point. Now, oh, hang on, it's getting really messy again. Hang on. Matt, who wins? I don't know.
Okay, okay, can we step over here for a sec? Okay.
Yeah, hang on. One second, guys.
We'll be back. Hey.
Yeah. What the hell did he do? They didn't dive. Show them the dive. They didn't dive.
Dude, I honestly have no idea.
Gosh,
Actually,
right
wait a
in for
second.
the throat. He's like, oh, it's Harambe. I know it's Harambe.
I know. I just went for it. But listen to me. I know you're worried right now, but don't worry. I got this, okay? I got this.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, I trust you.
Ready?
I trust
Okay,
you.
trust me. Alright, we're gonna go back, okay? Alright, so I'm going to announce the listing as when it, well, the rankings.
The listings.
The rankings.
This is going great.
I know. Me, sadly, I was on the very bottom with negative 100 points because the FCC fined me a few points for that censorship. Yeah, so it was very bad. In third place, we have Olivia. Because though she did a valiant effort, she cheated on Google.
I did not.
So we don't listen to cheaters here. Okay.
Horrific.
Imagine
Imagine rigging the game.
Well, this is second place, so we might as well just announce the winner, all right? Here we go.
Yeah, sure, just announce the winner. Go for it.
Drum roll, please. The winner is Jackson DiCarlo because that Dr. Evil point actually was 1 million points. So many points that you just couldn't compete. Haas, you did so well.
That Harambe point.
That Harambe point was an extra 20 points.
Wow.
But Dr. Evil giving him the 1 billion points. That's just you just can't compete. So Jackson, the fourth time in a row that you have won. What do you have to say?
That's just this year too, man. It's great. You guys really gave it a good shot. Like, congratulations for making it this far. But damn, folks, that was really good.
He put up a sweat. It was very, very, very confused. Oh, there it is. There's the stand.
There's the scoreboard. Congratulations, folks. You're more than welcome to try again sometime. We'd love to have you back on.
Yeah.
Just between us, you guys are not allowed to come back on after the display, after that stunt. Don't even think of it.
Actually trying to.
I'm signed up for like 2 more times.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. It was great to have you guys on again. Well, I think it's time to wrap up this trivia segment and send it back to our host, man.
Yeah, let's send it back to those hunks.
Yeah, go ahead, guys. Take it away. Take it away. That wraps it up for this week's broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you tune in next week, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCVF 88.9 FM The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
Our producers and scriptwriters are Carlo DeJackson and Gil Matt Espy. Sports are prepared and read by Josh Schmitt. News is by Topher Elkins and weather is by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next week for another great edition of High Noon Friday. Once again, I'm Gil Matt Espy.
I'm Carlo DeJackson. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next week. Same time, same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye.